Welcome to Retiring in Japan for the 19th day of August 2025. I'm Kurt, 61-year-old retired guy living in that house at the end of the cul-de-sac. That's, I guess, I've always wanted to live at the end of a cul-de-sac. Just didn't think it would be like that little tiny one. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm here and I'm free. So that's what this is all about. This is a journal chronicling this here in freedom as it unfolds. It started off with the first 6 months of the actual process of getting to Japan and getting settled, finding a home, buying a home, etc. And once that's done, now it's just the day-to-day. So that's what you're here for today. If you want to join me, I've got radio exercise up ahead. I've already had a good strong day. It's almost 6:30. I've been up since 4. I've done a lot. I always do a lot. Big changes are afoot. If you saw yesterday's upload, the tariffs are coming, which is going to basically shut down my business to the United States. So more about that throughout the day as I explain what I'm doing to not mitigate, but adjust, to respond. Adjust myself. There's nothing I can do except adapt. But interestingly, what am I going to do with the free time that's going to afford? Since America represents the bulk of my business, now that I don't have that business, at least for the next 6 months or so, it means I'm back to square one, almost, maybe square 1.5. Figuring out what to do with my life. Mostly my afternoons. Mornings will remain the same. Business, listing and preparing things, getting ready for YouTube and eBay on stores to reopen to the United States maybe in February. We'll see. Anyway, just up the street. Morning exercise. Let's get started. Just up ahead. I don't see anybody, but they're there. They're always there. Unless it's raining. Dog walk time. Radio exercise went well. Although I really do get a sense from the team, the radio exercise group, that, I really let them down by not showing up for a solid week. And it's a human element, but there's also a Japan element to that as well. That aside, I'm continuing my efforts, thinking and discussing with others about what I'm going to do with regard to the U.S. tariffs and the impact on my business. And I'm really grateful for Jason over at Napa, Japan, who's been talking with me on the back end. Seems like the most prudent thing for me is to pause U.S. sales, like I've already said I'm doing. But that doesn't mean that I have got nothing to do. It just means I'll focus my attention on two things: building out inventory and maybe kicking the tires and taking a Softypapa adventure guy back out into the mountains in the afternoon. I think I already mentioned this before. I'm probably repeating myself, but I'm saying this now and typing it in various venues and saying it on various videos. So it's formless and tippy top of my mind. My wife, her concern is that I just don't overdo it, because I have a tendency to do that. So we'll finish our walk, go back, have breakfast, get busy. I have all the listing videos are done already, and then I'll get the shipping out the door, and then I'll carry on from there. And good news, that film agency, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but I sold some video recently to a television studio, and I'm really close to getting paid for that. That'll really help. That will be a big boost. That'll make up for the rest of the year, basically, where I would have hoped profits would have been. So that'll help get me to February, in the business without. Because the thing is with my business is I don't want to dip into our retirement funds, right? I just want to run the business on its own. And the business gets various income streams from online sales, from AdSense, from the sale of my books, from Patreon and other things. And if I can't rely on sales anymore, online sales, then I'm going to have to look to my other sources. Making more videos for YouTube is one way to do it. Selling my videos to TV studios is another way to do it. All these different things. And one thing and another. Okay, I'll be quiet and finish this walk and get busy. More clips to come. Now I'm pausing real quick at the demolition site. The houses here, remember the row houses, the 4 and then the one that's staying. You can see they emptied them out. This one here, turn the camera. You can see they've knocked down one of the first of the 4 houses that are going down. This whole one They were at it yesterday. I was driving by a couple of times. I couldn't get any film, but that's when it's emptied out from the inside. They've removed part of the roof of this one, all of the heavy roof tiles from that one, and you can see the structure there. Part of the roof has been removed there as well. And carrying on. Well, look at all the stuff on the inside. What is all that stuff? All the metal. I guess it came from that house. And always they have the bathtubs. So it looks like someone gang beat up the bathtub. They always look like that. But this house here at the end is going to stay. I call that the NHK house, because you can almost always hear the sound of NHK coming from the far bedroom. I don't know if that maybe this person owns the property, or maybe there's a sole tenant that, the owner is allowing them to stay. I think they probably own it. I keep talking about how the land in this area is very valuable and old houses get knocked down. It's like in the last year, they're just knocking them all down. They knocked the whole apartment building there down and yielded 2 big lots there. But those 2 lots have been sitting there without a for sale sign, starting to grow weeds. They are prime, nice big lots for half a year, maybe 5 months. So I don't know what's going on with that, but probably, I don't know. You'd think that they wouldn't sit on it too long. Maybe they're asking too much. Softypapa here from the Softypapa store with another Japan item of interest, aka a treasure. This is a very interesting item. I don't know exactly how it could be used, but let's talk about it. This is a hook of clearly on a piece of bamboo. A long piece of lacquered, I think it's lacquered. It's finished in some way. It's got a finish on it. Bamboo. It's and then it's got this metal hook, like it looks like a nail, but I don't think that's quite what it is. Just a piece of metal. And I think the nail goes all the way through to the end and is connected here with this. Let's take a closer look while I explain what this is. Okay, now nicely zoomed in, you can kind of see how the nail goes through the bamboo there. Kind of comes up to this rusty point. The rust isn't so bad, though. I mean, it's clearly there, but it's kind of a deep rust. It's not that kind of a crusty rust. Now, the merchant that I bought this from explained to me that the way that what this item is it's a hook for carrying a lantern. So you'd imagine you'd hold it like this, and then you'd put a lantern over the edge here, and you could carry it. Now, I don't know exactly how old it is. Frankly, it doesn't look that old. I mean, the patina is there, but there's not a lot of patina on the edge of the wood there or here, right? I mean, it could be relatively, it could be 30, 40 years old. Maybe it was used at a festival or something like that, but you could see like someone going down the street carrying a lantern, a paper lantern with this. It could also be very old and maybe comes from, the old days before flashlights, when that was a common means of getting around, but I don't think so. How it could be used? Maybe you could use it like this to, hang it, carry something like, hook on the end of a bell like that, or a plant. Lots of ideas, lots of ways it could be used. A very interesting item. I'm going to list it in the store. There'll be some detailed photos below, and I'll purchase link it down below if you want. Take a look, and thanks for dropping by to have a look. Here's the photos. All right, my 2 shipments are ready to go. My last 2 orders. So right here, before they're both going to the United States. My business is basically shut down to the United States now. I bumped both of them up to EMS to get them there soon. There's only 10 days left before the tariffs switch on, and I don't want either customer to be caught with, an $80 duty, right? So especially this box right here. Hope he doesn't mind this. This is Patrick. Patrick bought this tea last week, but the tea factory was closed due to the week-long Obon Yasumi, so I was going to bump you up anyway, Patrick, just in appreciation for you waiting, but I also want to make sure it gets to you in time. Either if you let me know if you don't get these. This is the first buyer of the Omamori, the Shinto charm that goes on the cars. I listed it, sold within an hour, and I had to take it offline. So that's the first and last of those to go. Let's get to the post office and get these mailed. But almost forgot that I need to hang the laundry first. Pretty easy to do, it's just two of us. Even though this tariff thing is a pain in the butt, pretend pain in the butt, it really isn't a pain in the butt to me because it really doesn't affect me very much. And I don't mean to sound flippant or light in saying that. I know it affects a lot of people a lot, but just the circumstances in my life. Nevertheless, it's kind of exciting to have, problems to solve. It reminds me of my workaday life when I used to think that problems were a pain in the butt, but in fact they were a distraction to be relished in the face of the universe that offered nothing but depth. You can continue the laundry, talk about depth. So I'm grateful for my laundry, I'm grateful for my business, and I'm grateful for the problems that both entail. Like, how am I going to clip this with one hand? Ready to go to the post office? Post office? Let's go to the post office. Let's go. At 7-Eleven. Okay, I'm at 7-Eleven now. Rudy's waiting in the car with the air conditioner on. Look at these stickers at the back of this car. Isn't this cool? Let's get some money and then some coffee, and then we'll do our postage. Feels like it's coming to an end. Something I've been doing for so long now. Well, I mean, so a couple months.
Welcome.
Gives me 10,000 yen. That's enough to pay for the shipping and a cup of coffee and a few other things. Shipping's going to be very expensive because I'm shipping via EMS. Like I said before, it's the most expensive method using the Japan Post, but it'll get there in time to beat the tariffs. Let's go get a cup of coffee now. Okay, got my coffee, got my money, I got my dog. Sounds like a country western song. I got my coffee, I got my money, and my dog. What else do I need in this world? I don't need a big old house. I don't need a good old job. I don't need my Japan Post delivering without excess tariffs. I just need a little bit of money, a little bit of cash to fill my requirements, and I got my dog and I got my coffee. That's all I really need in this world. This clip right here is for Brianna, who just sent me a message. I just got her email just as I was sitting down here with my coffee to tell me that her package was arrived and the senbei were well received. And I'm looking forward to being able to provide you with more senbei in the future as soon as I can figure out my shipping solutions. Thank you, Brianna. Rudy says woof. Bye-bye. See this big truck that parked next to me right here, and there's another one coming in right there. There's the three guys that are in this. They'll have to run into the air or something like that. And I'm parked right next to it. Included 2 young men and 1 guy my age. I mean, that guy is macho. I mean, he had all the gear, the clothes, the head wrap, you know, and you know, gaunt figure, you know, strong, and you know, walking with that kind of you know, I've been doing blue collar outdoor work all my life. My body's as strong as an iron pretzel. And he had that look as I followed him into the store to throw away my cup, and I just felt like such a softie in comparison. And you know, it's like a different road to go, right? This says nothing about anything other than the way that we, you know, have lived our lives accordingly. I can get in here without getting banged down by a car. Here I'm at the post office now. Back in. Yeah, Rudy, tell him. Rudy don't like backing up. And anyway, I was just impressed, because more and more I feel old and decrepit, and I talk about it on my videos. I can't walk straight, you know, can't think straight, can't drive straight. But really, I mean, it's not that these things aren't happening. You know, maybe if I lived my life a little bit differently, it'd be different. But it's, you know, where do you push your energies, and what mold does it go through, and what do you come out the other end? Let's go mail our package. Good thing you told him which what, huh? Good thing you told him, huh? Okay, let's go in. Leave Rudy there. The engine running, the air conditioner on. It definitely feels cooler today. Let's ship these packages. The last shipment. I don't know if I told you guys, but that police guy, he's been there since. He was there when I was here before. Okay, packages are shipped. Rudy is in my seat. Are you gonna drive? Is that it? Are you gonna drive? And feels like a watershed moment. Now I just need to figure out what to do next. And I do have the option to, you know, if I'm repeating myself, sorry. It's largely because I'm cogitating through the day. That'd make a good t-shirt. Cogitating my way through the day. I'm gonna finish this thought before I drive. It's dangerous to think and drive. You know, what to do next. More thought. Go home and work. Think and work. I'm joining Yumiko at the supermarket. We're gonna get stuff for lunch. It's crowded. So I'll step out here for just a second. So I need a bit of a distraction. I'm working on, the shipments are out, now I'm working on new listings, and trying to wrap my mind around the business process. Turns out I can't change my eBay account to be a Japan-based account, given the way that it's already linked to all the banks, and eBay won't let you do that. So eBay's out of the question. Basically eBay's offline until this whole issue with shipping gets resolved, or until we get to February. So everything's going to be eBay. I'm going to be doing YouTube, aka fourth wall. So I need to give some thought to that. So I came with Yumiko to shop and think. She'll shop, I'll think. Maybe I'll shop a little bit. Natto, we need some natto. A good type of natto on sale, 77 yen. That's cheap. lunch was really good. Yumiko knocked it out of the park. What was that? It was like a soba or a somen. Yeah, it was somen. It's been a long time since I've had somen. With had gobo in there or something. No, what was that green stuff?
Gobo's not even green.
Oh,
it's cucumber.
Oh, that was cucumber. It was really good. It was a really good meal. And then we had ice cream.
Tuna and other things.
Very, very nice. And we had ice cream afterwards. We're at the police station now, where we're observing that you're supposed to park. This is the parking lot. You're supposed to park face in to smog up the cars, but nobody does. This houses, but nobody does. So let's go inside. We're gonna turn ourselves in, finally. I feel like I'm well dressed to go into the police station. That's the police headquarters, but it's not the main police headquarters. It's like a headquarters for this part of town. The main headquarters is downtown. I know that because they took me there. But I had my little traffic infraction. I won't film inside, but I'll just turn the camera on. You can see what it looks like. Turn it on. That's the entrance right there. Okay, well, did you get your stuff?
I did.
All right. Got that all taken care of. Leaving the police station now. Without handcuffs. There's the police cars here. Kakoi. Police cars in Pachinko. And that's the building right there. So now we're all done with all that. This is called SPS Tori. It's one of the big streets here in town. Not too many clips through the day. Just got a lot of stuff. Just cleaning up stuff, getting things ready, getting ready to transition to something else now that work isn't going to be the main thing. Look at that dinner. Yummy. Time to eat. So another day in the bag. Time for our evening dog walk. There is a noticeable drop in temperature. Subtle but very, very significant in terms of I feel much better. We all do. I think we're going to go for a longer walk. Anyway, it was a good day. I must say that having the day being basically fired by Donald Trump and his tariffs kind of feels good in a way. I mean, it wouldn't have felt good 20 years ago because I know that experience firsthand, but getting fired from my job actually feels kind of good. It's like, I thought it was kind of starting to get a little bit over the top, you know? It's like what am I doing? I'm spending like every day, even my wife was coming, you're working on the weekends. I was overdoing it. So being forced back into my position of freedom is a good thing. But remember, I don't know what to do with freedom. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to give some thought to it. I don't know if this sense of liberty will last much longer. I'm going to work mornings, from now and build up my stores until I don't get fired anymore. And then we'll see how we go from there. But it feels good. It's been a good day. Thanks for joining me. Maybe see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One more thing. We're at the midway point, at the far point. This is like as far. I haven't walked this far in a long time in the evening because I always peel off from the group because I feel so damn crappy by the end of the evening. I think that my energy is a combination of the fact that it's a little bit cooler, just a touch bit cooler, coupled with the fact of the change that's occurred, namely the freedom that I've regained by being fired, like I keep saying. I know that's going to get wearing. I'm not going to keep saying that, but it's fine. It's an interesting. Whoa! It's an interesting irony, to be sure. Come on, we got that. She almost ran us over. That's our neighbor. Man, she drives a sports car after all. Man, it was our neighbor that just about ran us over. It's so thrilling. So anyway, I'll sign off for tonight. I said there weren't a lot of clips. I just reviewed, and there were actually a lot of stuff. I even put it together. I'm editing the damn video tonight. I usually do this the following morning because I'm so worn out. I don't dig into this. What is this about it? It's got a little bit of a combination of the cooler weather, slightly cooler weather, but a lot of combination of the change. Maybe this time being thrust back into freedom, I'll know how to deal with it. Let's go in with that mindset. Signing off for now. Good night.